Today I'm going to show you how I will put heat for a gecko rack. What you will need: some lamp cord, THG tape, and a little outlet thing to plug it into the wall or the thermostat.
Solder.
A solder. Now really be careful with this. You know, you can really burn someone, hurt someone. One of these sharp cutting things. Some solder, some electric tape, and a pair of scissors. First we're gonna get this lamp cable out of this plastic thing. I know, riveting indeed. The wife says that I'm very entertaining. Now we have a bin, it sticks in, and we can see where we want the heat tape to be, because automatically you might have put it at the back and then you're wasting part of that heat tape. But some people will just run the tape and go across, and then there's wasted heat tape. So instead I'm going to do something that's going to take a lot more work, but in the end I'm going to feel really good about not wasting as much heat tape. So we're going to cut 5 feet, and it's going to be very, very exciting. Thought it would never end. Okay, so we got our 5 pieces. I'm going to run cable from here to here. Make it a little bit longer, so see, I'm gonna make enough.
It works.
What works?
I can literally see it going deflate. It works.
My dear wife is making cookies.
And they're fabulous.
And it's the last thing that I need, but they're so delicious. How can I say no? Oh man, this does not like to split easily. So figuring out the length of this is going to be important. Have you been doing any projects during this COVID thing that you would normally not be doing because you have so much spare time? Okay, wonderful. So it's like a little person without a head. It's going to connect from these two and to these two. I'm gonna need 4 of these. 4. So you can use the one you already have to use as a guide. Wonderful. I'm gonna split all these, so to do exactly what I did with this one, I'm gonna split them, and then I'm going to cut off basically about 1/2 inch on the tip. See, like that? That's beautiful, very beautiful. Okay, so I got these 2 sides. I'm gonna do it on the other 2 sides. I'm gonna do on the rest of these, so we're going into a time lapse. So now I have 5 wonderful headless people. Yay! 5 little of those. They've all been stripped of stuff, so the tips are popping out, and they are ready to be soldered onto these things. And we're going to
There we go.
block off the ends. So this is the end that's not getting soldered. Put some electric tape right there. So you see I'm taping off the connection or whatever. So I'm gonna do that on these 2 sides. I'm also, when I'm putting it down, I'm not gonna put it down like this. I'm gonna put it down like this. So I'll do one for you so that you can see. We're gonna look at how long that is. See that? Dude, we're gonna need 5. 1. So we're gonna need 10 of these. We got 10 pieces. So before taping it, you can push it, and it makes like a hole inside this thing.
Okay, since he's dying for me to show you, I don't even know if you can see them.
Yeah, look at the screen. Whatever's on the screen.
Don't they look divine?
Tell everyone about what you learned today.
Nothing. No, that is a baker's secret.
It's a baker's secret that you got off YouTube.
Well, they can find it by themselves.
Most of my viewers are in the States.
You're welcome to have it.
So Ariel found out the secret.
Don't say
Because the
nothing.
cookies are usually big and fluffy. So what she found out is that while you're cooking it,
Hey!
if you take them and you like drop the pan,
That's not nice.
by going like this, boom, the cookies go flat, and then you can make big cookies. Isn't that cool? You learned
I don't appreciate that.
a non-Ariel secret from me, because it's not her secret
I
anyways.
don't appreciate that at all.
It's okay. It's a reptile channel. No one's gonna be cooking or stealing your cooking secrets. So this is gonna complicate things a lot more. So I'm glad that I did this first, because we're gonna have to take off those pieces, so that we can start soldering. This is going to be a little tricky because I'm going to solder this to this, but then this is going to have to be double soldered basically onto that. The next one has to be double soldered to that one, and then that's going to the cord that's going to go out. I'm going to do it from the top because it's going to have to travel far. So I'm going to rub all the metal things with this flux stuff. This stuff's great because it helps the solder stick to it. Sometimes solder doesn't like to stick, and that is not very fun or nice at all. I'm not an electrician or anything. I probably shouldn't be doing this, and if you're not sure of yourself, you probably shouldn't be doing this either. Want to save some money and don't mind your house burning down? Feel free to do it yourself. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This is why you pay people a lot to do it for you. It's nicely soldered onto this one. Okay, so here comes something very important. I'm gonna go from this, I'm gonna connect it onto this one, and then I'm gonna do this one to that one. So I'm gonna twist these two together so that I'm soldering them both at the same time. So you can split and put them together. I'm just gonna twist them. We don't need anything super fast. So you see now it goes like this, and then it connects to the next one. And because I soldered them both at the same time, it cuts my work in half. So new little tip, what you can do is hold the solder down on the piece so that it stays in place, and then just add the solder to it, and then you don't have to, because no one's really holding it for me. That way I can hold it down in place and get the solder in all around it.
Very strange.
Maybe it's just because you ate a cookie and had a big dinner, a big lunch.
I didn't really have a good one.
All my soldering is done. Oh, yes. Je m'appelle Mathieu et je suis très intelligent. Look at what I have created. Imagine that, I taped them all upside down. That would be a nightmare. I want you to see what I'm doing. You can't even see what I'm doing. They're messaging me. Something people don't seem to do except when I'm doing things. Especially my mother. Isn't it lovely, this rack that I made? And the geckos will be happy every day because their home's big and their other was small. Oh, look at that. Okay, now let's see if it works. Oh, yeah. Wife is here watching. You should be like, wow, I'm so proud of you. How did you even think of that? I thought you were just a simple hairdresser. Had you come up with all these brilliant ideas? Oh, wow, look at that. There can be miracles when you believe no hope is real, it's hard to care. Who knows what miracles you can achieve, you can achieve. Oh, I'm so glad nothing went wrong. So easy for something to go wrong.
Well, your coffee here is dying, so...
Thank you. Don't touch it. It's mine. You ate some of my tzatziki. Did they pack lemon? I demand them to come and bring me lemon.
You have lemon juice.
How dare they? But it's not the same as real lemon. I don't want the fraud. I want the real deal. Oh my goodness. I can't hold it in. Oh no. Oh, it's the match we've learned to come to love.
Wait,
You know what? Look, I'm almost done. You know, you could help me.
I can't.
Did you offer to help me?
I told you something that you refused to do.
Did you offer to help me?
Did you? Do you ever offer to help me take down recycle?
One little side thing to notice is that this is open, so if you don't have a heated reptile room, it would be better to have one that's totally closed. The only reason this one isn't closed is because I made it from scrapped leftovers from when I was making the other rack. This would not be good in a room that isn't temperature controlled. What did you do today?
Lots of painting.
She made these big cookies. The secret to these cookies is picking up the tray and smashing it so that they flatten.